In this week's episode of Lost in Kruger, we head back to luxury and have some incredible sightings.
Welcome to Kruger Park.
After a great few days camping, we head south to the Mluwati Concession within the Kruger National Park for another incredible week of luxury safari. Imbali Safari Lodge is one of 3 lodges within the 10,000 hectare private concession.
Cheers, buddy.
You see it, that's... We're at Imbali Safari Lodge. This is our little private terrace area. We have our own plunge pool and it all looks really beautiful. We got in a little bit later than expected, so we're gonna have to rush a little bit and go and do a safari.
Do you have any jacket?
Yes, in my bag.
Okay.
Do you have blankets?
No,
No?
I don't take blankets.
What is wrong?
Because we're not going to sleep.
Yeah, but my legs are going to get cold.
No, you won't get cold.
I will get cold.
You're in the vehicle.
Wakaka. There's blankets for me, you see. I'm going to sleep in the vehicle tonight.
Yeah, that's it. That's about it.
Victor ran us through a quick safety talk and then we were off into the park. And we're going on our first game drive. It's a private concession within the Kruger. So the beauty of it is that we get to drive off-road within the concession, but we have access to the whole Kruger region, which in this area is close to Auckland and Satara, which is some of the best game viewing in the park. So it's our first drive, but holding thumbs, we're going to have some amazing results because everything's in our favor.
What do you think?
Yeah.
He's looking straight at you.
So those vultures, they follow those lines.
Oh, hoping for food.
Yeah, they think maybe where they are, there's something to eat because they're sleeping.
Got it. For a cat that is normally so composed, lions are incredibly ungraceful in trees. They can climb, don't be mistaken, but they're just really bad at getting down afterwards.
Closest to us.
So Victor absolutely blew us away. Incredible lion sighting on the first day. I can't stop pushing record on the camera, so there's going to be loads of footage. But they're playing in a tree, there's a huge pride, there's a massive male. Basically everything you can ask for. Just incredible. Awesome way to start the trip. What an incredible start to our stay at Imbali. We headed back to camp and enjoyed a delicious meal before having an early night. So it's our second morning drive at Imbali. Hopefully we're as lucky as we were yesterday. Big boy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
We had a relatively quiet morning, stopping for some coffee now just to warm up. The sun came out briefly but went straight behind clouds, and it's been probably colder than it was before the sun came out at all. I've actually got a blanket wrapped around my waist. But yeah, beautiful morning in the park, some nice elephant sightings, some interesting birds. We'll have some coffee and then we'll get back out there and see if we can find anything else in this incredible place. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, look how beautiful that is. There's a hyena right here as well. There's a hyena that came to investigate. They're quite curious when the vehicles stop. They tend not to be very dangerous to humans though. Let's see what we see on the second half of the drive after some coffee. Amarula is a South African cream liqueur. It goes wonderfully with morning coffee in the bush. The middle of the day is not a great time to be out. The angle of the sun is bad for photos, and most of the animals are also hiding from the sun. So it makes for a good time to relax, read a book, and have some lunch before heading out on the afternoon safari. Yeah, boy.
Life is wonderful.
Life is wonderful. This is Victor.
Absolutely.
You guys met him earlier, but we didn't know him then.
Yeah.
Now we know him.
Victor Poderico, yeah.
It's dangerous.
Dr. Victor.
It's a dangerous man, this.
Very
Dangerous.
More than a lion.
We had a good day in camp. I got a lot of work done. B went through to Auckland to get some stuff from the shops. I stayed in camp and did some work.
I saw 3 cheetahs.
Bianca saw cheetah when she went through to Auckland. I got a whole bunch of work done. B did some modeling for me for some of the product sponsors that we have. And we're back in the park this afternoon. It's not as cold as it was this morning, so we're hoping for a little bit more luck. But either way, yet again, it's just great to be out in the park. Victor has packed me a little bit of whiskey and Bianca a little bit of wine.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. What do you think, Victor?
Wonderful. Absolutely. This is going to be a great afternoon safari, huh? Wonderful, yeah. Wonderful. Absolutely great. It's not wonderful, great.
There's very little I find more relaxing than a lazy day in the bush. We're blessed as South Africans to have this right on our doorstep.
Yeah, but they can be there with their own time, not our time. Huh? You can hear that whoop, whoop, whoop.
The owl there.
Yeah, it's a giant eagle owl.
Oh, cool. Even though this was not a serious fight, it was absolutely incredible to see two mature elephant bulls having a bit of a wrestling match. Elephant bulls can weigh up to 7 tons. These boys aren't that big, but it's still a lot of weight to throw around. Another wonderful day in paradise. I'd never leave if I had the choice. We are off on a morning drive again. It's a little bit warmer this morning than it was yesterday, so hopefully we'll have some more luck.
One fabric. Yeah, but I don't understand. You know, as you said, now they find the pride of lions, that side, but on the public.
Today's actually our last day at Imbali before we move to Hoyo Hoyo, which is part of the same group and just down the road, so it's be much the same, just different accommodation, but looking forward to it. It's going to be really cool.
Mainly when you hear the tree squirrel calling, there's a bit of cats close by. Could be leopards, could be lions.
We had a wonderful time in Imbali. Victor was fantastic, the lodge is beautiful, and the bush in this area is just teeming with life. You really feel like you're in the very heart of Kruger. The Ellies even came all the way back to camp to say goodbye to us.
So Hoyo Hoyo is the Shangaan, meaning a very warm welcome.
Hello, hello. Hoyo, hoyo.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What is giving us?
Yeah.
What you giving us today?
This is a Homemade amarula.
Oh, that smells
Homemade
amazing.
amarula.
It's not coming from the shop. Yes, drums. We used to play the drums when we were growing.
Oh, it's nice.
Home away from home.
Exactly.
Which is. I think she's living in the room in the bathroom. And here's the remote control.
Amazing. So we continue our journey. We are now in Hoyo Hoyo, which is also from the same hotel group, also within the same concession in the Kruger National Park. You can see the buildings are done in a Shangaan style. It's really cool. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's nice and different. It's unique styling. The Shangaan thatch in particular is really interesting. It's super cool. Let's go see who our driver is. I'm not sure if we have a new driver for this leg of the trip or what the story is. Let's go see what's happening here.
Yeah, Carla.
I'm Tim.
Tim, Carla.
Carla. Carla. Well, how did you come up with Carla? What kind
Because
of
I changed. I'm no longer in Imbali. I'm Carla. You met Victor before. Thanks, man, Tim.
Carla is Victor's cousin. They look very similar. As we get slightly special treatment because we're producing content, we have the same driver. And the reasoning for that is so that we can have private safaris with no one else on them, which is super cool. It means we can just control the placement of the vehicle and we can wait at sightings for longer than normal people do.
Excellent.
The Ellies had said goodbye to us at Imbali, and we had Ellies greeting us at Hoyo Hoyo, while we had a quick lunch before heading out on safari again. We found a female leopard and she's definitely hunting along the river's edge here. It's quite amazing. You somehow always think you're going to get used to how beautiful they are, and then when you see them it just takes your breath away. They're such incredible animals. Just right here next to the vehicles.
She's beautiful.
What an incredible day. Words can't even describe it. We had a relatively quiet drive this morning, and that's just the way the bush works sometimes. We happened not to bump into anything. You have no control over what's happening out there, so you have to get lucky. Every single time you have to get lucky. Depending on where you are and the amount of game in the area, and also the time of year, it's easier to get lucky. So this time of year, the bush is super dense, so it's really hard to get lucky. You have to literally find something crossing the road or in a clearing. And so this morning we didn't see much. It was still a great drive. You learn to appreciate the smaller things because you do have those quiet days in the bush. Then we spent the day in camp doing quite a lot of work, tried to upload a YouTube video, which was unsuccessful. And then we moved over to Hoyo Hoyo, which is the sister camp of Imbali. owned by the same group, but it's completely different. It's incredible. It feels like you're stepping into someone's traditional village, but with the luxury as well. It's absolutely amazing. It's super unique. We love it. It's a Shangaan, theme throughout. So we got good vibes from it straight away. Then went out on a drive. We had Victor as our ranger again, which is awesome. So we have a private ranger for the duration of this trip. And we got a call almost straight away that there was a big herd of buffalo. So we went after the herd of buffalo. And then we found a female leopard just the other side of the herd of buffalo. And we stuck with her for like 45 minutes. Beautiful young female. And she was definitely hunting, but we didn't want to disturb her too much, so she pushed off into some thickets, so we decided to leave her alone. Went basically to the other side of the conservancy to go and get cell phone signals so that we could try again to upload the YouTube video. Again, it didn't work, needless to say. But as I started uploading it, I heard a lion roaring in the distance. Next thing, we get a radio call from one of the other rangers, and he says that there's a lion walking directly towards you. So we drove for like 40 minutes to get to decent cell phone signals so that we can get a YouTube video online. And there is a male lion walking down this road. There's another vehicle tracking him, so we know kind of exactly where he is, so it's not that close yet, but how crazy is that? Big male lion was walking along there marking his territory, so he came walking straight towards us for about 1 kilometer, and then we sat behind him for like another 2 or 3 kilometers. It was just absolutely incredible. Male lions spend a lot of their time patrolling their territory, scent marking on the edges, looking for intruders, and also just letting the younger males know that there is a dominant male in the area. We got back to camp, ready to have a dinner, quite tired after a long day. Get a welcome drink at the waterhole right next to our dinner table. There's 2 elephants busy drinking water. It's just one of those, it's a ridiculous day. Words don't even describe it. So instead of trying to describe it, I'm going to drink some more wine. I've got some venison steak coming my way. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Just to be out here is incredible. Next up on our luxury tour at Kruger National Park is the amazing Hamilton's Tented Camp. Be sure to tune in next week for some more incredible adventure in the African bush. I hope you all enjoyed the episode.